Let's get something straight right now. People don't test strength. They test uncertainty. They don't push against what feels solid. They push against what feels flexible. So if you feel like people constantly test you, interrupt you, challenge you, disrespect you, joke at your expense, cross your boundaries, or try to see how far they can go, there is a reason. And it is not random. Testing is a subconscious way of measuring power, confidence, and limits. When someone senses hesitation, insecurity, or weak boundaries, they push. Not always maliciously, not always consciously, but instinctively. Testing happens everywhere. At work, when someone piles extra responsibility on you without compensation just to see if you will accept it. In relationships, when someone delays replying, cancels last minute, or gives you mixed signals to measure how much you will tolerate. In friendships, when someone makes subtle jokes at your expense and watches your reaction. Even in public, when someone cuts in line, talks over you, or invades your space. These are not isolated events. They are micro-assessments. People are constantly scanning for social positioning. They are measuring where you stand and how firmly you stand there. The reason people test you is simple. You are signaling that you are testable. That might sting, but it is empowering because signals can be changed. If you over-explain yourself, people test you. If you laugh nervously when uncomfortable, people test you. If you hesitate before answering, people test you. If you say yes when you mean no, people test you. Every time you tolerate small disrespect, you create permission for larger disrespect. The world adjusts to your tolerance level. If your tolerance for nonsense is high, the nonsense increases. There is a fundamental truth about social dynamics. Humans respect strength and clarity. They are uneasy around boundaries they cannot move. When someone encounters a person who is calm, direct, and unbothered, testing stops quickly. Why? Because there is no reward. Testing is about seeing if they can shift you. If they cannot shift you, they move on. The behavior dies because it does not produce the reaction they were looking for. Many people get tested because they crave approval. When you want to be liked more than you want to be respected, you become negotiable. You soften your tone. You downplay your standards. You avoid confrontation. You try to keep everything smooth. But smoothness without structure invites pressure. If someone senses that you will sacrifice your comfort to maintain approval, they push that pressure point. They want to see how far they can go before you react. And if your reaction never comes, the testing escalates. Another reason people test you is inconsistency. If you are confident one day and unsure the next, firm in one moment and passive in another, people keep probing to figure out which version they are dealing with. Inconsistency creates uncertainty, and uncertainty invites testing. But when your responses are stable and predictable in strength, people learn quickly. They understand your baseline. And once they understand it, they adapt to it. So, how do you make it stop? The answer is not aggression. It is not yelling. It is not trying to dominate the room. It is internal alignment. When your standards are clear in your own mind, your behavior becomes clear. You respond instead of reacting. You correct instead of complaining. You speak once instead of arguing repeatedly. The key is calm firmness. Calmness signals control. Firmness signals boundaries. Together they create authority. Start with your body language. Testing often begins before words are exchanged. Stand upright, slow your movements, hold eye contact slightly longer than comfortable, speak slower than necessary. When someone interrupts you, do not shrink or rush. Continue speaking. When someone makes a subtle joke at your expense, do not force a laugh. Pause. Look at them. Let the silence stretch. Most people retreat when they realize the joke did not land the way they expected. Silence is powerful because it communicates that you are not rattled. Next, eliminate over-explaining. The more you justify your decisions, the more negotiable you appear. If you say no, say it cleanly. That doesn't work for me. Full stop. You do not owe a detailed breakdown unless you choose to give one. Over-explaining signals insecurity. Clean communication signals certainty, and certainty reduces testing. Consistency is crucial. If you enforce a boundary once but ignore it the next time, you reset the test. People will try again. Boundaries are not one-time announcements. They are patterns. When someone crosses a line, address it every time, calmly and directly. Over time, the behavior fades because it stops producing results. Another powerful shift is emotional control. Testing thrives on emotional reactions. If someone can provoke you into anger, defensiveness, or visible insecurity, they feel powerful. When you stay composed, you remove that leverage. This does not mean you suppress emotion. It means you regulate it. You choose your response instead of letting it choose you. Emotional control signals internal strength, and internal strength commands respect. Value also plays a role. People test those they see as replaceable. Increase your competence, sharpen your skills. Become someone whose presence carries weight because of contribution. When you bring value consistently, people think twice before challenging you carelessly. Value creates leverage, and leverage reduces casual disrespect. It is also important to examine your environment. If you are constantly surrounded by people who thrive on testing, pushing, and disrespect, you may need to upgrade your circle. Strong individuals do not waste time testing everyone in the room. They focus on growth. If your current environment normalizes constant boundary violations, you will either adapt downward or you will need to leave. Sometimes making it stop requires walking away. There is another layer to this. When you stop testing yourself, others stop testing you. If you constantly doubt your own decisions, question your own worth, and negotiate your own standards internally, that energy leaks outward. People sense internal conflict, but when you trust your own judgment and move decisively, that internal certainty radiates. It becomes difficult to shake. Understand this clearly. Testing is not always hostility. It is often instinct. People test to understand where they stand with you. Once you show them clearly and consistently, the testing decreases. The problem is not that you are being tested. The problem is that you are failing the test by abandoning your own standards. When you begin responding differently, expect initial resistance. Some people will push harder when you first change. They are adjusting to a new version of you. Stay steady. Do not overreact. Do not apologize for evolving. Hold the line. Over time, the new pattern becomes the norm. The ultimate solution is identity. When you become someone who does not tolerate disrespect, who does not negotiate standards, who does not crumble under minor pressure, testing becomes rare. Not because people are suddenly kinder, but because your presence communicates that there is no advantage in pushing. People test uncertainty. They respect clarity. They push hesitation. They avoid strength. If you want the testing to stop, become steady. Become consistent. Become composed. The moment you stop moving under pressure is the moment people stop trying to move you. And when that happens, you will notice something powerful. The same people who once tested you will begin treating you differently, not because you demanded respect, but because you quietly became someone who requires it.